going on, guys? In today's video, man, I'm gonna be giving you guys the top 5 most overpowered weapons to use right now in Modern Warfare 2. I want you guys to comment down below your current favorite weapon right now in the game. I'll be reading through the comments, showing you guys some love down there, and then make sure you guys are subscribed so you don't miss out on future videos, whether it's class setups like today's video, crazy gameplays, tips and tricks, challenges, and so much more. And then turn all of those notifications on so you don't miss out on those future vids. And do me a solid by clicking that thumbs up button, man. If any of these class setups help you out, they'll most likely help others out. And clicking that thumbs up button really does help push the video out and give us more exposure. Without further ado, let's get into class setup number 1. For our first weapon, we have the M4. I mean, you gotta throw this on. First AR, one of the most dominant weapons in this entire game. So for the first attachment, I throw in the 45 round magazine. This allows me to take out multiple enemies without having to reload, and also sometimes you can get some crazy clips. For my second attachment, I have the FSS Sharkfin 90 underbarrel. This is going to be a very common attachment throughout the other 4 weapons I cover because you get aiming idle stability. It just makes your weapon a little bit more accurate, a little bit better recoil control, and there's 0 downsides. It makes it so good. For the muzzle, I have the FTAC Castle Comp. This allows me to have horizontal and vertical recoil control, makes me miss little to no shots, a literal laser beam. This is gonna be another common attachment I use throughout some of my other setups. And it makes the weapon just have less bounce, just so much easier to use and helps you land your shots a lot better. For my 4th attachment, I like to throw an optic on. The iron sights are cool, they're clean, they're all right. But the Slimline Pro just clears everything out. It's just super easy to be a lot more precise. And then my 5th and final attachment is a major mobility boost. Sprint speed, you feel a lot lighter on your feet. You can just get from point A to point B a lot faster. Aim walking speed allows you to strafe a lot quicker, making it so much harder for the enemies to land shots on you. And then you get EDS speed so you can be quick and snappy with your shots. Now, for the tuning, starting off the underbarrel, I got recoil stabilization, aim walking speed, little bit of accuracy, little bit of mobility. You get best of both worlds, which is great. Moving on to the tuning for the muzzle, I basically just dedicated this entire attachment to making my weapon as accurate as possible. So we tuned it for recoil stabilization and then gun kick control. Seriously, this thing has 0 recoil. And then for the tuning on the optic, I did ADS speed and far. So if you want to tune it for close, you could just see a little bit better. But if you tune it for far, it's going to make your weapon visually look like it has less recoil. So it's really up to you what you want to do it for. All personal preference. I always go back and forth. And then finally, for the tuning on the stock, fully dedicated this attachment to mobility. We got ADS speed and then aim walking speed. And you can see the mobility on the tuning chart. It is very good. And then I can quickly take this to the firing range to show you just how gross this is. No barrel on it. TTK is incredible. Even at long ranges, you're looking good. For our second weapon, we have the FENNEC 45, which is the fastest killing SMG. This video would have been so wrong to make without this weapon included. So for the first attachment, I have the FENNEC Mag 45. The fire rate on this is very high. It shoots very quick. You burn through ammo fast. Throw this on, man. You're gonna need it. 30 bullets is not enough. The extra 15 bullets makes a huge difference. For my second attachment, very similar to the M4, we have the FTAC Castle Comp, horizontal vertical recoil control. Again, going back to that fire rate, it makes this weapon have a lot more recoil than it really should have. So throwing this on makes it so much more manageable. My third attachment is the VLK Laser 7MW. I love this a lot because the only con is you got a visible laser. They can see your laser. You don't matter if they can see it because you're gonna fry them so fast, it won't even matter. So with this, you get ADS speed, so you're quick and snappy, and you get aiming stability. So now your weapon's more accurate. You got a little bit better ADS, and your sprint to fire is better, so your weapon comes up quicker after sprinting at the cost of seeing a laser. I'll take it. For my 4th attachment, I have the Agile Assault 7 stock. With this, it's very similar to the stock we have on our M4. Sprint speed, a walking speed, the crouch speed, and ADS speed. So it just makes your weapon feel a lot more mobile, feels like an actual SMG, which I really like. And then my final attachment is the FENNEC Rubber Grip. After all those attachments I threw on, I still felt the ADS was a little rough. So after throwing this on, I was like, all right, that is literally perfect. So that's why I threw this final attachment on. As far as it goes for the tuning, starting with the muzzle, instead of tuning it for recoil stabilization, as I was saying, the ADS is a little rough. I decided to tune the muzzle for ADS, which was very beneficial. And then the bottom slider, I did gun kick control. So ADS speed, and then I went for the gun kick control. A little bit of both, which doesn't hurt anyone. For For the stock tuning, I did ADS speed and then aim walking speed. So once again, just dedicating this attachment to making my weapon as quick and snappy as possible. And then the tuning on the rear grip, I actually did aiming idle stability instead of the sprint to fire, just so I can manage the recoil control a little bit better. And then the left slider is ADS speed. So a little bit of a wonky tuning build, but I'll show you guys right now that it doesn't even matter. The weapon shoots so straight, and even at a range like that, like I shouldn't be hitting shots, and I still am, which is crazy. For our third class setup, we have the MP7, aka the Val 46, and man, I have been having so much fun using this off video recording and streaming. So here's the build. Starting off, FTAC Castle Comp. Explain it 2 times. Do I need to do it a third? No, I don't. Moving on to our barrel, we have the Lockman Dart 165mm. With this, we get recoil control and bullet velocity. Super simple. The recoil control helps you land more shots. Bullet velocity helps you at those longer range engagements. I know a lot of people are going to gravitate towards these other barrels that really boost your range and damage. Trust me on this. You don't need it. It's a little OD. Makes your weapon way too slow. For my third attachment, VLK laser, just like we had on our FENNEC 45. It's just so nice to make your weapon more accurate and then still maintain mobility. Super, super beneficial. For my fourth attachment, we have the Vel A568 collapsed stock. I mean, you could just see the chart on the left-hand side. You just get mobility, just boom, skyrockets. It's unbelievable. ADS speed, sprint to fire speed, your movement speed's crazy. It really does feel like a true SMG. It's I mean, honestly, I feel like I got a pistol in my hands when I put this thing on. That's how good the mobility is. And then my final attachment is the Schlager Soldier Grip. Sprint to fire speed, ADS speed, just to, you know, make it a little bit more quick and snappy. As far as goes for the tuning, the FTAC Castle Comp, we tuned it very similar to our M4 build. We went for recoil stabilization and gun kick control. With that stock I showed you, you do lose a lot of recoil control. So that's why I fully dedicated this thing to making my weapon as accurate as possible. And I'm going to show you in the firing range just how good of a job it did. For the tuning on the barrel, recoil steadiness, and then ADS speed. Tuning on the stock, there is no tuning on the stock. I completely forgot you can't even tune that thing. And then the rear grip, we did ADS speed and sprint to fire speed. So, oh man, I could do all the talking, but I'm just going to let the build show you. Huh? Are you serious? Oh, look at this. All this mobility. ADS speed's nice and quick. And you're not really losing out on any of the accuracy. What? For our fourth class setup, I had to throw the CHIMERA in here. It's one of the most popular weapons as of right now in Modern Warfare 2. It's a beautiful hybrid between an assault rifle and an AR. You could find so much success using it up close and at a range. And that's why I like so much about this weapon. So for the first attachment, we have a increased magazine size. I throw on the 45 rounder. This is going to allow me to take out multiple enemies without having to reload, which I really like. I kind of wish there was a 60, but the 45 will do. For the barrel, I have on the 10-inch SA FENNEC. I get damage range and bullet velocity, so you have more AR elements with this. It just makes this thing so much more effective at those longer range engagements, and I get a little bit more recoil control. So better range, better recoil control. Awesome. VLK laser comes in handy here because I want those SMG elements, so I got to make my ADS speed a little bit better. I need the weapon to come up quicker after sprinting, and that's exactly what this does for me. For the stock, I think this is a necessity. You get the Ravage 8 here, sprint speed, ADS speed, crouch movement speed. Again, more SMG elements. And then my final attachment is just even more mobility. We got the Bruin Flash grip for sprint to fire speed and ADS speed. As far as it goes for the tuning, I tuned the barrel for damage range and recoil steadiness. So damage range is going to allow my CHIMERA to kill in less bullets at those long range gunfights. And then I'm maintaining that recoil control at those long ranges with the recoil steadiness. The tuning on the stock, I did ADS speed and aim walking speed. I just dedicated the stock to making this weapon as quick as possible. And then I think I did the same thing here with the rear grip I did. I tuned it for ADS speed and then sprint to fire speed. And if I take this thing to the firing range, look at this. Good. Super, super accurate. The mobility is quite similar to something of like the FENNEC 45. Not super slow, not super quick, but man, accurate. Perfect hybrid, man. I love it. And our fifth and final weapon. We're saving the best for last, at least for me personally. My favorite weapon, the TAC 56. Here is my updated build. So starting off hot, 60 round mag. You put this on, I promise you're gonna get some crazy feeds. And yes, you do lose out on a huge chunk of your mobility. We're gonna fix that in a little bit here. For my next attachment, FTAC Castle Comp. Do I need to explain it? Nah, we already did it multiple times. Makes your weapon an absolute beamer. For our laser, I throw on the FSS Ali V laser. Like I said, the mobility gets knocked off really hard with that 60 rounder. So just to make it a little bit better, I throw this on where I get ADS speed and sprint to fire speed. That's the main reason I threw this on. And once again, the only downside is that laser being visible, which is completely okay with me. But what really is a huge game changer is this TV Cardinal stock. Aim walking speed, again, strafing a lot quicker, making it harder for the enemy to land shots on you. Sprint speed, so yes, now we're getting somewhere. We got the laser, we got the stock. We're definitely a lot more quick and snappy now. And then my fifth and final attachment is this demo clean shot grip where I get sprint to fire speed, ADS speed. So 3 of our attachments are dedicated to making this thing just an absolute beast mobility wise. For the tuning, I did recoil stabilization, gun kick control. Once again, I'm really just kind of using this muzzle to make my weapon a literal laser beam, 0 recoil. This is all you need. I'm gonna show you that in the firing range. The tuning on the stock, once again, just fully dedicating this to my mobility because that magazine, it's worth using, but you're gonna have to fix the cons of it. ADS speed, aim walking speed, just making the mobility as good as I possibly can. And same thing with the rear grip, sprint to fire speed, ADS speed. Hold up, let me cook real quick. Huh? 0 recoil, all because of that muzzle. We don't even have a barrel on, and it's doing that. The perfect class setup for this game. This is why it's my favorite of them all. Oh yeah, one huge tip I can give you guys on tuning your weapons to getting the exact number you want. Plug in a mouse. Plug in a mouse to your systems, whether it's a PS4, PS5, Xbox, PC, don't matter. Plug it in and you can pinpoint the exact number you're looking for the tuning. I know how hard that right analog stick could be to tune your weapons, and you trying to get that negative 1.94 like you see on my screen here. The mouse will get you those exact numbers. If you don't have one, do not worry. Just try to be within 3 numbers. You should be good to go. Obviously, the closer the better, so just try your best. You don't gotta beat yourself up if you're not pinpoint accurate, but once again, the mouse is the secret to tuning your weapons perfectly. It's the exact same for all of my class setups. So all the 5 setups I showed you work incredibly well with this exact build here. So try it out for yourselves. Let me know what you guys think of it. If you guys are brand new to the channel or any of these class setups helped you out, make sure you subscribe. I can help you out with other class setups for other weapons in the future. We got crazy gameplays, challenges, all that. So make sure you guys are subscribed with all those notifications on. And if this video did help you out in any sort of way, click that thumbs up button. If it helped you out, it could help others out, and clicking that like button really does help push the video and give us more exposure. That's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's upload. You guys all stay safe. Have a great day, and I'm out. Peace.